what the business is. I seen a crazy trade proposal this morning on the TL. It was um it was like Kaminga and CP3 for Drew Holiday. Bro, that's fucking nuts, bro. The hell is that? That's nuts. Tyler, good morning, brother. Think about that. Like GP2, not GP2, but CP3 and Kami- Kaminga, bro. Like, we don't got any wings, and people are talking about trading away Kaminga. Like, what am I missing here with Kaminga? Uh, man, I think if we do make a trade, I'm gonna be dead ass. It has to be a big fish. It has to be. It has to be for a big fish. I'm saying a big fish thing for a reason. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Big fish. Big fish. You know what? Like from here on out, I'm just gonna ignore like certain people on the TL. Because like no matter what we say, they're just always gonna come with the thing that we're lying. I was like, lying? Jesus Christ! Like if you see and people damn near want me to release like text messages and conversations and all of that stuff. I ain't doing that. Shoot myself in the foot. Fuck that. Yeah, bro. This is how the thing always goes, man. Like, like Toronto thought they were getting him, and then another team just comes in, swoops in, and just grabs. You know what I'm saying? So, but what's puzzling about the Milwaukee thing is like, bro, it's a mid-ass offer. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe Portland is just thinking like, all right, Milwaukee's gonna suck in a couple of years, so let's just grab that unprotected pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what they're thinking, but that's a huge gamble to like dangle out an unprotected pick. Yo, who knows what that unprotected pick could be, right? So that's not a bad situation, I suppose. Yeah. Um, don't kill Pat Riley. So they're over there killing Pat Riley. Like that's a crazy offer for Dame Lillard. You know, you can't kill him too much. Hey, what's going on, brother? Don't kill him too much, man. I mean, but bro, I can't say what Shadow told me, but trust me, what he told me would make your head fucking explode, bro. It literally would make your head. I can't say it, but it would make your head explode. And I can't say it because one, it would reveal some stuff, and two, we want to get more information. So I don't want it to like spread like wildfire and all of this shit, and then people have us like, but bro, if what Shadow told me actually comes true, oh my god, fam.
brother.
All I'm saying is this, right? Um, follow Shadow and what he says. He's going to be cryptic as fuck, but you know,
What's going on,
just
Ert?
hey, what's going on? Just listen to what Shadow is saying, man. I mean, you know, he's leaving breadcrumbs left and right, and the wild part is that he's showing me stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's just saying it willy nilly. Nah, bro. He's like showing me fucking stuff. This is not just, oh, I'm just gonna make up shit to gaslight. Nah, bro. Like, you know, um, Clay is playing fucking games, dog. Let me just say that. Games are being played, man. Oh shit, this is funny, man. This is real funny stuff. What's going on, Jermaine?
Shit, you got it, brother. I was up bright and early this morning. Shit.
Man, it was like a different type of energy this morning, man. Different type of energy.
Yes, sir.
Different type of energy because we're just here looking, man, and it's like, yo, what's on ESPN this morning? Dolphin stuff. This guy talking about Damian Lillard, ESPN2. They're talking about the Jets. Nothing really going on.
I'm
But
glad you really. I'm glad you said something yesterday, man. I thought about that shit, and I was like, damn, man, the fan base, but they get nervous, man, and I'm like, what are you nervous for? Once that domino fell, that wasn't gonna be the last one.
nah,
Like
Drew's
it's
gonna
gonna be
go
a
somewhere.
yeah, so it ain't over, and then we still got the best player in the fucking league.
Yeah,
So
so
what you
Drew's
panicking for?
Drew's gonna go somewhere. So the question is that who's gonna get him, right? Like now that's the question. So he's gonna be up in terms of a bidding war. You know what I'm saying? Like once I seen him go to Portland, I was like, oh, he's gonna be up for grabs, right? But it's not just him, bro. Like guys on those other teams. I'm talking about Miami. I'm talking about Toronto, right? Portland,
Right.
right? Like dudes were told like, "Hey, we were ready to pack you up." You know what I'm saying? So now it's really hard to go back to that point. You know what I'm
To
saying? Because
come back from that. Yeah.
yeah, so guys are going to be on the move. You know what I'm saying? Like whether people I'm whether people want to believe it or not. Like say we're making up shit this and that and the other, right? But I mean, it just makes sense. It's just common sense. You understand what I'm saying? So,
hmm
you know, it it's gonna work itself out, bro. It's really gonna work itself out. And I
People
just
don't
want,
look at
yeah, bro.
people
Like,
don't people don't look at sports as a work environment. It's still a work environment. Like you come to work every day, and then all of a sudden you was being told 2 days ago, "Hey, pack your shit, finna ship you out. We don't
man,
want you no more." Hey, man, you think a motherfucker gonna be able to come back and be comfortable at work, go
yeah,
practice and all that shit? No, they want to get the fuck out of there.
yeah. So that's exactly the temperature right now. You know what I'm saying? Like people are definitely doing that thing. So, you know, I hope people understand that, man. I mean, this thing is not this thing is not going anywhere, you know?
Mm-mm.
This thing is definitely not going anywhere. And we're probably going to
I
realize
do think
that more
I
and
do
more.
think the more I think about it, Irk, I really do think Portland wasn't trading Dame to Miami. They didn't give a fuck. I think they was being
Um,
petty.
yeah, so I seen like what Pat had offered and all of this stuff, and now they have to release what they were trying to offer because now they have to do damage control because the perception is like, yo, this dude, right? But it's not like Pat Riley wasn't trying. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Right.
not the case. So, you know, like I don't think it makes much sense giving up Bam or Jimmy, right, for Dame. Like
Hell, hell,
that's
hell
crazy.
no.
Like if you can add those dudes to, or if you can add Dame to those dudes, yeah, sure. But like you take away those guys, you're in the same spot that you're in anyway, right?
That you was a lateral move. Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
So
I can even make the case that it's worse.
yeah. So then you look at the situation now, and you're like, nobody wants these little small guards. So you seen like the guys like fucking Poole and Harrow and all of these guys. The fans think like, oh, you can just trade this guy and get the like, bro, like nobody wants these fucking guards. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the inefficiency in today's game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like people don't necessarily want these guards, and people are mad. They're like, well, we didn't get enough for Jordan Poole, and I'm like, who the fuck wanted Jordan Poole anyway, bro? Like,
Right.
so it it's you saw the situation with CP, right? And fans are like, yeah, they sold low on like, no, they didn't, bro. Like that
That's
is
the
what
market. That's the
that,
market.
bro. So last year, when I was like, that price is too high for Jordan Poole, like that is where the inefficiency, bro. Like I can see where the inefficiency is, bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like for you to win the title, you need versatile dudes, right? You need dudes who can have you be in like a 110, 108 offense or defense, sorry. If a guy's not helping you build into like a 108 offense or sorry, defense, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not going to win, you know what I'm saying? So every time I keep on bringing up these basketball references, offensive and defensive ratings, bro, I'm doing this because I see the trends, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
every team is up tempo, up tempo, up tempo, and they're just canceling out each other. The differentiator, bro, is defense. Whoever
Defense.
can whoever can achieve a defense, whoever can achieve a top five, top 10 defense, that's what's bro. It's not a coincidence. So that's why when we were on Spaces yesterday, and Goldie was like, Miami was a fluke. I got irritated because I'm like, are y'all not fucking watching the league, bro? Like
Right.
this thing is about who can generate a top 10 defense, right? Like any team that's a contender, right?
Right.
They they're bucking it with defense. All of these dudes are scoring and they're pushing the pace and they're doing this and they're doing that. And people in the league are making it seem like, yo, these guys are blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, it doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be able to run a certain level of offense. That's pretty much it, bro. But you have to be able to generate stops. If you can generate stops while maintaining, a so-so offense, you will be a contender. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Right? Like that's literally what it's about. So you look at what the Lakers did last year, right? Like bro, the Lakers were a playing team and then they went in and they beat two teams, right? Like
Right.
we if we were just sensible and and brought in like pieces that made sense and not some stupid agenda by the owner, bro, like we would have been fine, right? Because we were good all year long. And we just put together a team that was just worse than last year, right? Like we
Right.
should have been in a spot where where we were enhancing the team. We went into the summer, bro, and we got worse, right?
Right.
So the Lakers and the Miami Heat going as far as they did, it should be an indicator in terms of it should be an indicator in terms of how good these teams are, right? And how close they are. Bro, they're not that much far off, right? So that's why I got so irritated last year, and that's why you see these dudes doing like all of these trades and they're trying to edge each other out, right?
Right.
Telling you, bro, like if we're not like I know people are excited about Holiday, but the more I'm thinking about it, bro, um, if we have to attach like a young guy to it, don't do it. If we have to, you know, send out a bunch of draft picks and all of that, don't
Don't
do
do
it.
it.
If we are getting back a 6'7", 6'8" dude, do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Absolutely do it. Because if you bring back a 6'7" type of player, say it's like a OG Anunoby, right? And
He
you
can
bring
do.
him in,
He can do
right?
multiple things.
Bro, like we need people that can do multiple things. Multiple things equals a top five defense. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? GP2 last year, right? Like, and I like, this is where I was saying to myself, I was like, all right, cool. Dame has GP2 up there, right? And Portland has these illusions that you can just you can just put Dame around Steph type of guys and it's the same result. Nah, bro, it's not going to be the same result because Steph is a different kind of player. As much as you think Steph and Dame are the same, they're not.
They're not. Yeah.
The only thing that Dame does, and it's like when people say, "Oh, Steph and Trey Young they're not the same, bro." Like these dudes are the deep, like Steph. Yeah, Steph shoots deep threes or whatever, but that is not really what Steph does. You know what I'm saying? Steph pulls people away from the basket, right? And he
His
pulls
just
them away.
just off ball. His off ball
Yeah,
shit.
bro. So he pulls them away in multiple ways, right?
Right.
And that's what people don't understand. Yeah.
They don't. They
Right?
they, they
So
don't. They don't see that shit. You
that's
know
what
what they?
people don't understand, man. I mean, like he pulls people away from the basket in multiple ways. Like not just high pick and roll, drop coverage, blah blah. That's not what he does, man. I mean, he he pulls you out, by running around the screen, you know what I'm saying? Or
Yep.
right? So if you're doing that and you're having to guard multiple looks constantly and you have a top defense, you're golden, man. You're absolutely golden. And this is where I want the fan base to think, right? Like, all we need to do is just put someone there. Simply just put someone there that is going to generate, a top five defense. Defense is really, really where we need to lean and where our thinking needs to be. Point
Brother,
blank. What up,
so,
Samuel?
so,
What's
I,
going
so
I
on?
we,
like I like the way you drove it though, man. Because I was getting upset too about it. But to hear you was like, man, fuck that. And you was right because I watched the Miami Heat in 2010, 2011. They put that shit together and that shit didn't work like everybody thought it was. It took time. It took people to buy in, know their role, accept their role. And Spoelstra don't get enough credit for managing egos. Your coach got to be able to do that and make them guys accept the role that they gonna be that he wants them to do. If they ain't think he gonna go over there and jack up shot 3 pointers like he did in
Yeah.
Portland, that shit is not gonna work.
Yo, Sam,
yeah,
what are you about to say, Sam?
yeah. So what were you guys talking about? Were you talking about the Drew Holiday trade?
Yeah. So how do you like? I'm not a fan of the Drew thing, by the way. Especially if we have to like send away, like if a 6'7" dude is going back, that's not a good trade. Just saying.
Yeah, yeah. Cause like cause CP Kaminga and people were talking about GP2. Like hell no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not a fan of that, right? So if I
I,
like Drew, but I don't know that that's worth it. You know what I'm saying? So I need a 6'7". If we're to trade anything of value, a 6'7" dude needs to be coming back, right? Because
I
you
may
know,
ask you something, Merkel.
yeah,
What is the max? Give me the max that you would give away for him.
for Drew,
Yeah, if you could get Drew and make the shit align, what is the max deal you would give up on?
I'd probably do Chris Paul and that's it.
Chris Paul, and I wouldn't even give up a draft pick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Chris Paul and probably
I
like
would give up. I
mm,
would give up, like, say, Chris Paul's contract because you need the contracts to match, right?
Right.
Now I would give up Chris Paul, and I even hesitate on Moody, right?
yeah.
I I really hesitate on Moody because you know, um, maybe like one of the draft picks or something, maybe Pods,
Okay. Pods, okay.
like maybe that, but
Maybe
like,
maybe pods.
yeah, maybe, right? So, I mean, outside of that, it's like I don't know that I would. I don't know I would go that route, you know. And plus, Drew, this is like the last year of his deal, so he has a player option coming up. So you have to also think about that. He's going to be in a contract year, so I don't know. I don't know that it's a great thing necessarily because Drew is in yeah, he's in a contract year, right? So he has a player option after this. He's definitely not going to exercise that, right? Especially if he has value. There's no way. So if he has like a so-so year, he's ripping up the last year of his contract. Now, it's been floated around like how long he's actually going to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Mm,
you look at him, he's what now, 32, bro? Like, come on, bro.
your
Right?
sh-
Like,
your
bro,
shot.
I rather he's 33. I rather roll the dice with Kaminga.
Oh, so bro, that
Okay.
Kaminga Uji trade
Cool.
earlier this year,
Yeah.
dog, we should have took that shit. Just put
No, no, no.
Kaminga in that bitch.
No, no, no. It's not a matter of took. It's what Toronto was offering. Toronto wasn't doing shit, bro. Toronto
Didn't
wasn't doing jack shit. Like,
they say they want Kaminga and picks?
uh, yeah, I
Because
think it's something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would have done that. We should have done that. I'm not gonna lie. Because
It, that's a matter of Toronto. They were definitely talking to OG about that shit, bro. Or talking to Toronto about OG.
we can still offer that nigga, bro. But they probably say no.
Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. And
Oh yeah,
you ever hear when the Toronto dudes came in, and the Toronto dudes were so annoyed with Masai
yeah,
because
Yeah.
like they are getting like legit packages, but Masai is like asking for like a Rudy Gobert fucking package for
yeah.
oh, and then he's realizing that he's not getting it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the dude is 6'7" and he's versatile and he's strong and all of this stuff, but I mean, you know,
Let me
OG.
ask you. Let me ask you this here, Erica. What you think ownership will step in and be like, tell them, nah, man, you got to get some shit
And,
done.
I
bro,
don't think so because like Masai has a track record, right? So I think they're just gonna leave him alone, based on what I heard, right? And
Right.
like how our thing is kind of set up, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
so yeah,
so
I'm sorry, go ahead.
so what's going on that MB talk? Like I'm trying to.
Yeah. What are you saying about the Embiid?
Sam he trying to see what's popping. And I mean, it could happen, Sam.
Yeah,
It could happen.
Think about the Embiid thing
yeah,
though. Like let's just break down the Embiid thing logically, right? Um James Harden requests a trade, right? No one is really budging on the James Harden trade, correct? No one is really
Correct.
budging, right?
No legs. No legs to it.
James Harden is extremely unsatisfied with the organization, right? Michael Rubin, he's not a part of the Sixers anymore, right?
Nope.
yeah.
Gone.
Michael Rubin was the only person in the Sixers organization that Joel Embiid fucked with, right? Is he there anymore?
Nah,
No,
gone.
Okay, right?
yeah. Alex, yeah.
Right?
Any
So
anything can happen.
yeah, so if he's not with the Sixers anymore, so Michael Rubin, by the way, is the CEO of but
Fanatics.
CEO founder of Fanatics, right? So, you know, James Harden isn't happy. He wants up out of there. So you,
Embiid ain't got no ties
yeah, yeah,
with the
yes.
new
So
ownership.
Embiid is like, I see. So he's like, hold up. So James Harden is leaving. We have nothing really going on here,
And then you see the Dame trade happen
bro.
yesterday.
Bro, it might not happen now, right? But expect that
Right.
shit to get a lot, bro. Like you might see
Louder
him
and
get
louder.
traded mid-season, like,
Right.
and it's not like so again, right? Fans, right? Like,
Right.
don't get fucking hysterical, right? And when the shit don't happen or you go so right, like all I'm saying is this: is that if the motherfucker is available, that's all we want. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all we want is the dude to be available.
Did you for that Harden, because you seen there was a video of a Harden at the Michael Rubin party with Josh Harris, the owner.
Yeah.
They're still. I think he doesn't like the GM. Who is it? Danny. Not
You talking about Daryl Morey?
not cool with him, but I think he's cool with everybody else though.
Daryl Morey.
Yeah, he's not cool with Darren Moore, but
No.
he's
So those dudes aren't necessarily fucking with Daryl Morey right now, right? So I want y'all to understand this, bro. Like this shit, bro. Like it is pretty fucking serious at this point, right? Like
like
the man wants up out of there, and I want y'all to understand that he wants up out of there. Really simple, you know what I'm saying?
did you see?
So when people say, "Oh, y'all are lying," this and that, bro, trust me, like, right? Like this is credibility on the line, all of that stuff. I've seen screenshots and text messages and all of this stuff. Like it is a real thing, bro. It is a real thing. Like shit could happen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say this on spaces, right? Because the people who are really in here like that, like y'all are damn near family at this point. So I'm really and y'all support the cause and all of that stuff, and I appreciate that. I am not going to go to spaces with this information because I feel like when we go to spaces with this information, people like bro, like the part that drives me crazy is that they twist the shit, right? So we say something that we heard, right? And next thing you know, motherfuckers is saying that we're lying and this and that. And I'm like, what's the incentive there? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the
You see
incentive?
the you
We
seen
say
the tweet this morning?
some conversations are being had, and when the shit don't happen, or when it does happen, people are gonna say, "Oh, we were hearing that anyway." Blah 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 blah.
It's
You're not.
it's en- it's envy, Urkel. They want to be
Yeah, bro,
included. That's why.
and then when the shit don't happen, it's like, oh, blah 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 blah. So I am just sick and tired of like the propaganda shit. You know what I'm saying? Where no matter what you say, people are just going to twist the shit. So let me just come over here, bro, where and drop the shit over here. I know playback annoys some people, right? But once we fucking get the shit right and get the app right, and it's not frying people's phones, um, bro, we're just gonna like reveal the shit over here and not on fucking spaces because bro, like the amount of like vitriol that exists on and don't get me wrong, I love spaces, I do, right? But there is a part of it where when we like say shit, these little fucking idiots like start like and then it's like the propaganda shit and they start twisting stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Plus,
like,
it's an agenda behind these stuff too,
yeah,
Urkel.
bro. It's like, yeah, like listen, y'all have to understand this. There is a lot. I have been a very controversial person because
Main
that shit is
character.
in my mind, right? And it's been like that for years, right? So when I say something, bro, like people are gonna be like, "Oh, or when Shadow says, "Oh, he's lying," like, really? Come on, man. Like, why would we just sit here and just tell you shit, right? Like, we're not just telling you stuff to just tell you stuff. And it's funny because, like we'll tell you something, and then like 2 months later, somebody else comes out and says it, and it's like,
It's
really?
gold in. Yeah, it's gold in.
Oh, you're lying? I was like, really? I'm lying? Like you fuckhead! I told you this two.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also, I heard that the Milwaukee offered Giannis an extension before the game trade.
Yeah, he ain't signing that.
Yeah, it was 3 years, 186.6.
86 man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he ain't signing that.
He's not saying that.
I don't think he gonna even lock in with their
No,
No,
he's not. Bro, here's what's gonna happen. Like, he's just and he can make more money if he signs later. So that's
Exactly.
oh
just
shit! Hey, what the shadow
Oh,
say?
so we the front runners now?
Where the
Oh,
shadow
really?
say?
Oh,
What
ass.
does
really?
this nigga shadow
Early and
say?
often.
Early enough.
Early and often, this
Y'all better
nigga
not doubt
shadow,
Space Gang.
bro. Shadow, bro. Stop doubting shadow, bro.
Shadow's batting for
Stop
a
doubting that
thousand for a
nigga, bro.
thousand right now.
Stop doubting him, bro.
And you know what's crazy? Like Urkel and Shadow could hear something, and it doesn't have to be true. Even if it's not true, they gonna be like, "Oh, I said it's going to be true." Like, come on, bro. You can't think like that. That's not how news break
We
and
was
stuff
just
is
talking
done.
about that shit. Stop,
Damn, hold up.
stop
When I
doubting
see
him.
that stuff, bro. So when I see it from Mannix or this or that person,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't it doesn't even get me excited. It
It
fucking makes me
doesn't.
angry, bro. Because fucking believe us, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fucking believe us, dog. Listen.
Like Shadow
Reporters
broke it before he even broke.
sections, bro. Like reporters. Let me say it again, dog. Like these reporters, they're not in the fucking sections, dog. They're just not. They're just not. They're not like that, dog. I'm telling you, they're just not like that.
Bro, we need shadow to come in here, bro. Talking shit.
Nah, bro. Like, we don't need Shadow for anything, bro. Like, the man done told y'all already.
You already know.
He
You
told
already
y'all
know
already,
he broke the
dog.
news
Come on,
Hey,
already.
man.
Facts. Come on, bro.
he already dropped the gems,
Yeah,
Sam.
like we are.
Hey
Like we've been
Sam.
privy to this how long now?
Hey Sam. He gonna cook later on. You just gotta be in
Because
there when he start to cook.
as soon as the Dame trade happened, right? Shadow came and said,
I don't
"Drew
think Tim
Holiday."
Kawakami wants CP to be traded.
Yeah, you gotta just be in there, Sam. He gonna cook.
Yeah, man.
We
Come
need we
on,
need all
bro.
we need Alta Pride today though, Erkin. We need to get Shadow to do Alta Pride today. We need prize today.
Shit, bro.
It's,
Like,
it's, 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 it's gonna go fucking crazy. It's gonna be fucking crazy. I can't wait.
come on, bro. I'm not. What's the money like with Drew,
30. I want to say 36.
bro?
They
Bro,
make him almost around the same amount. Him and Chris Paul.
bro,
Yep.
does he deserve that kind of money, Drew Holiday? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He got it, bro. He a
So a
champion.
guy that can
exactly.
lock up
And
point
and play make.
and play make and shoot threes, like
Like you can't
they're,
ask for nothing better more.
they're worth something. You know what I'm saying? They're
Because
worth.
one could argue we don't need as much playmaking as C3, but we can do with a lot more defense with Drew. So it could go either way.
So let me ask you this here,
Yeah.
because the same shit that Toronto going through, what does Miami do with Hero? Because
So so I so I want people to think like this, right? Like like I'm not here trying to have you think a certain way or do this or do that, right? This is the stuff that's being reported. I want you to look at it this way. What is not being reported? Okay? Think about situations, and I want y'all to think about what you don't see. The shit that you see reported, right? That's probably not what's going to happen, right? Like there's a lot of smoke screens with this stuff, right?
right,
Sometimes when we come in here, we are telling you what's not reported, right? What's not being floated. That's the shit in motion sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, like when Shadow hears shit and he hits me and then somebody else will hit me and I'm like, oh shit, right? So these are the things that are not in motion, right? Like I am not even locked in with anyone like that for anyone to push any agenda with me. You know what I'm saying? But, other people are hearing other things and, so
But
people don't even respect the platform like that. So it's like nobody ain't trying to use our thing as like fucking leverage. You know what I'm saying? Like Mannix and all of them fucking reporters, bro. Like sometimes you don't even know what the intent behind the information is. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, they just want to dispute it just because of Shadow.
Right? So, I mean, that is what it is, man. I mean, it is what it is, but people try to fuck with Shadow and say this and say that, but
So that would mean we have to trade CP and Kuminga Moody.
Sam, are you a fan of that? I'm not necessarily a fan of that.
I don't like giving up. I don't like giving up Kaminga.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Like,
When he
Yeah,
says Kuminga / Moody, does he mean both?
it could be. It could be. Nah, it could be either or.
Just one of them? Okay.
both.
And draft capital? What the hell?
That's way too much. Come on,
Bro,
man.
hell no.
Because it was reported that they looking at taking picks for him, right? So
Hell no. That's way too much.
a couple of draft picks should do it.
Bro,
A
Ziggy.
couple of draft picks and pods.
Ziggy, Toronto's not straight up OG. I'll do CP pods and will you put a first rounder in there or no? Hell no.
I put second round. Not giving no first
hey,
round.
Erica, you at the point? You at the point of you ready to send his ass off, or you still goddamn giving hope?
Send who's off?
Exactly, Cozy.
Clay.
Bro, I love Klay Thompson. I'm one of the biggest Klay Thompson's fans. But, I like to win a championship, you need to sacrifice and you need to give up. Right? Like life, what is your value system? Right? Like, what's the value system? And sometimes I think like certain people's value system is going to get in the way of them getting forward, right? Like, or the whole benefiting, right? Like, this is why championships are so hard to win, because people's agendas don't necessarily align, right?
Align with each other.
You know what true leadership is, bro? This is what true leadership is. Leadership is sacrificing yourself, right? So others can progress. You know what I'm saying? And you have to sacrifice yourself in a sense that, and you have to be, you have to be confident in oneself about somebody else not surpassing you.
Luka commented.
Oh my God. Dennis. Dennis, you're wild, dog.
That shit is funny, son.
Bro.
Yo,
Urkel.
Yo.
Look who commented on this Drake's post, bro.
Sam, instead of posting, hold on, Sam. Instead of posting the shit, like my tweet, bro. We gotta stop doing this shit where we're starting shit. Just support what we do. I don't like that. Like, if people don't like what we do, that's fine. But like, we gotta just support the shit then. Like, we have brainless people. At some point, I'm gonna name names, but we have brainless people who have a semi-platform, bro. We need to just just ignore them. Just support the shit we do, bro. I'm tired of this shit. It's annoying as fuck. I'm in bed right now.
Do you know who that is, bro? That's literally Nate.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just support the shit, bro.
I have Nate's number.
Instead of bitching about this fucker, that retard, that dumbass doing all this bullshit, bro. Just support Shadow, bro.
Listen.
I'm tired of the shit, bro.
Let me tell you why that happens, right? Sam, let me explain.
Just support Shadow, yo. Just support Shadow.
Yeah. Let me explain something to you, right? Nate got kicked out of the group chat. Nate is mad at us, right? I've called Nate a racist because he is a racist, right? Like, he said really suspect stuff, right? and I called him a racist and I've embarrassed him. So now he's going on different accounts saying this, saying that. So he's on a warpath, right? But I'm gonna smack him in his mouth when I see him. But this is what I'm saying, bro. It's like, stop listening to those idiots, bro. Like, they want to be, bro. Like, they were begging to be in the group chat and be involved in the group and this and that, but we banished them. It's really that simple. That's Nate, bro. Like, that's literally Nate. I promise you, it's him. 5'10" better. Yeah, like his number fucking starts with 5'10". I know exactly who that is. Trust me.
Yeah. I just don't want it to be like, oh, look at what this person said. Oh, look at what that
Yeah.
person said. Oh, look at what that person said. Oh, look at, bro. These people don't matter, bro. We need to support Shadow, bro. That's my whole thing.
Plain
You
and
know what I'm
simple.
saying? If they don't want to believe, that's on them. But like, I'm not gonna argue with them. I'm just gonna say what I know, because then it becomes big people trying to like fight little people, and it's like, what the hell are we doing here? Like, no, just ignore them, bro. And then at this point, we're just gonna do our thing. I'm tired of this shit because they don't even know what we're talking about half the time. Like, I saw a tweet today.
So, Trey, hold up.
Yeah.
A 2-point jump from yesterday, dog. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I saw that. It's good. Well, I think we're good for the month, but
Yeah. We're straight. But
anyways, I was gonna say, I saw someone yesterday, or maybe, I don't know. I saw a tweet. They said first we're getting Giannis, now Embiid. Like, you're just brainless. Like, you don't know.
I know who you talking about, Dre. Yeah.
But that doesn't even matter. Like, I'm just saying, that's not even just one person though. Like, there's a lot of people that say that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And my point is that you don't have your brain just doesn't either work, or you don't care enough to actually like know what's being said. Like, Shadow never once said,
it was definitive.
He literally never once said we're getting Giannis. He never said that.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, Dre, I know you talking.
We all know who you talking about.
Okay, and then why are we focused on who I'm talking about? Focus on what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, Shadow never once said we're getting Giannis.
Or Embiid, exactly.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Shadow never once said we're getting Giannis. Is that a fact or not?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
He never said that. He said that we were in the mix,
Exactly.
which is literally a fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, then, if you want to pick the route of saying, oh, like, breaking news, Warriors are in the mix of getting Giannis, you want to play that card, fine. Then we'll see what happens. But this shit of like, oh, we said we got Giannis or whatever, like, bro, shut up. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you dumbass.
Exactly, bro. That's literally the way I see it. Like, you know.
And Shadow never said we're getting Embiid either. So shut the fuck up. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, shut the fuck up, dumbass.
You're ugly, Dre. Shut up.
Shut up, Dre.
Come here, Eric Garland. Come here, Eric Garland.
Dre.
Thank you.
They won't even. Here's the thing. That what they do is, right. I'm saying they, as in multiple people. They'll tweet some shit and then they'll like, it's like, bro, okay, cool. Like, I don't give a fuck. Shadow's my guy. Shadow should be our guy. This should not be about starting beef, yo. This should be about supporting Shadow. I don't give a fuck about them anymore. So I'm not bringing that shit up. Like, I'm ignoring that shit. Yeah, I'm seeing it, but I'm ignoring it because at the end of the day, what is this about? Like, beef against people, or is this about actually supporting? Like, bro, this is about Shadow literally hit the nail on the head yesterday. He said right after the trade went down that he was hearing that the Warriors might get involved in the Drew stuff. We didn't hear anything about that until like 4 hours later from Brian. And then now today is apparently Chris Mannix is saying that the Warriors could be a front runner. So who said that immediately when the Dame trade went down?
Shadow. Like, we heard it. Like,
he
Shadow.
said it. He said it like, bro, as soon as it dropped, he's like, hold up, calm down. Now let's talk about what didn't happen, right? That's what the man said. You know what I'm saying? What do you think he was talking about?
Yep.
Fucking predator 30-year-old woman trying to get me to drive over 10 states over. Fucking predator fuck.
Relax, Dre.
Just
Relax.
Dre.
Yo.
Dre, I would have took it up on that deal, bro. Free. Never mind. Let me chill.
Sam, relax, dog. Sam,
You gotta relax, Sam.
come on.
Yeah,
Relax.
I'm gonna chill.
Come on. That's funny, though. But relax.
Had a BC.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't know
like,
she was
don't give a
30 years
fuck.
old. She looked
Dude,
like
I don't even give a fuck anymore, bro. Like,
Relax, Sam. Relax, relax.
dude, it's just
Yeah.
too much. It's just too much. Just fuck him, bro. Nah, but dude, Shadow, bro, like the dude literally said this literally in Spaces. I was like, I knew where he was going with it, but I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then fucking you start hearing reports and shit about the Warriors. Like, bro, okay. It's one thing if like the Warriors could or whatever, but we've heard like 2 or 3 different people mention the Warriors and Drew Holiday connected the last 24 hours, and they were all after Shadow did. You can't tell me that's a fucking coincidence, bro. Enough of the shit.
Yeah, it's not coincidence. He said hours before too, Trey.
Enough of the coincidence, bro. It's enough. I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah, so Dre.
I get it
The
right.
thing is too,
Listen,
Dre, they
my thing
picked
is
their
this.
side.
Either get Shadow's position correct and criticize, or just shut up. Like at least get what he says correct. Don't he never said we're getting Giannis. Like I hope if you believe that, either you just don't like him or don't like us enough to actually understand that, or you are brainless. One or the other. Because he never said that. He said we are in the mix for Giannis. He's been saying that for 6 months. He said Giannis was disgruntled. Is that not all the facts?
And then the video came out, Dre.
Hasn't all that stuff been true? Nobody knew Giannis was fucking disgruntled 6 months ago.
Exactly.
Shadow
They
did.
were telling him he was crazy, Dre.
Did anybody know Giannis was disgruntled 6 months ago? Because
Nope.
Shadow did. Shadow was saying
Shadow said it
in the chat. He was saying it in our chat, our private group chat. He's like, yo, Giannis ain't happy over there.
And he's like, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Right?
That's when Ergo stopped
So tell
spamming
me
the grease
this.
flags.
I want to know, when did we find out Giannis was disgruntled? You tell me, detective. Tell me.
Why do people keep saying CP has to be waiting until January? That's not true.
I want to know, when did we find out Giannis was disgruntled? Please tell me.
I think I know like probably 2 months ago.
Wasn't it doing the playoffs?
Okay, 2 months ago. Guess what? Shadow said that shit like 8 months ago in the chat.
Yeah, doing the playoffs, right?
He probably said it in like January. No, he said it in January.
I wasn't with y'all in January. So.
You know what's funny too, Dre, is that Giannis is saying like, yo, you know, Giannis is saying these things to kind of like push them, right? He doesn't necessarily want to leave because the guy who leaves and joins somewhere else, that's the guy that's kind of looked down upon.
I don't even know if Giannis is going to sign the extension even now. Like, this is just guesswork. I'm not reporting anything. If I have to clarify that,
I promise you.
Yeah,
I promise you, he won't sign the extension.
I think he'll wait till the season ends.
Let me be honest with you, right? Let me be honest with you. Giannis doesn't trust the organization, right? Like,
they just traded for Dame, so yeah.
No. Even though they just did that, he doesn't trust the organization.
What about the organization does he not trust?
Like, it's almost like they'll say things or they'll promise things, and they won't necessarily come true. Right? Like
a bait and switch.
Yeah, bro. It's like a bunch of doublespeak going on over there. So he doesn't trust the doublespeak, right? Like, you know that like
But what are they promising?
African kid, like that one famous meme, right? Where like the African kid is kind of like looking back, right? Like that's literally Giannis every time right now. You know what I'm saying?
But what is he?
That I'm talking about? It's like a 14 meme, right? Like he's looking at them side eye all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a fan of them. So even though they pulled off the trade and all of this stuff, right? It's almost like he's saying, Oh, so now you're doing shit. So now when I open my
Mhm.
mouth and I threaten to leave
Oh, I see what you're saying.
contract, now
They're like, I
yeah,
see it.
bro. Like that's kind of what it is.
He's saying that he has to kind of push them to like it's almost
Like,
as if
why
they're
do I have to light a fire up under your ass for you,
yeah.
right? Like, you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I mean, okay. I just
It's kind
think
of like when your girl is like, take me to dinner, right? And you're like, I'd rather do something else. And then when she threatens to leave, you're like, all right, let's go. You know, and you want to do all these things, and then she's looking at you like, well, why the fuck didn't you take the initiative? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that thing,
yeah, I got you. That
right?
makes sense.
So,
Yo, so Dre, Urkel talked about how he doesn't want CP and Kaminga for drill. Do you agree with that? Because says a player was 6'7" and up, or he wants to
yeah,
play
bro.
back.
If we're not getting a 6'7" dude back, a 6'8" dude back, why give up any capital?
Yeah.
I mean, I like
So
Drew's game, but right, but it's like I don't want to get into a situation where we're giving up capital and it's a bunch of guards still. I get that Drew can play up and all of this stuff, but I still need a bigger player back. You know what I'm saying? We get one more bigger player, right? Like, bro, we won the title with Otto Porter and he was on borrowed time. He was a minimum player that was on borrowed time, and we knew it all along. You know what I'm saying?
of course we need this trade to go down because I do think Drew is a significant upgrade. I don't think we should give up Kaminga. I don't think we should, but
Yeah,
if
and
we
what
have to,
is in the chat saying about draft capital? The draft capital is a big deal, bro.
Yep.
what do you mean?
We might
Who's
be
don't
able to
really
get
want
a
to give
big
up draft
fish.
capital, dog? Like they
Yeah.
We
don't want to
don't.
give draft capital, huh?
I don't think so, but we could just do pick swaps. I think like a couple
Oh
pick
yeah,
swaps.
yeah, or yeah. Absolutely, we can do pick swaps too. Yeah, but two first, that's kind of
Nah, we're not doing. That's not happening. We'll do maybe a late first, like a protected first and a pick swap,
yeah.
and you take it or leave it. Protected first or a pick swap, and that's it. And a pick swap, that's it.
I'm gonna tell you though, man, Masai might have fucked himself, bro. I
Masai
don't
is
think
dumb as hell too.
yeah,
Yo,
I don't think
Dre, this is what the Toronto guys were coming in and complaining about. So
Yeah.
remember when I had like the Toronto guys in? I think it was Mazak and all, bro. Like they sound crazy, but you know there is a part where. So last night I was kind of talking to you about this, about like relationships and maintaining relationships and all of that. When you damage a relationship and you erode a relationship too much, bro, people are gonna just get annoyed as fuck with you, right? So,
Right. Of
right.
course.
So I feel like Masai, he has eroded like a lot of relationships because what he does is that he strings people along, strings people along, see what their offer is, and then he pulls his offer from the table, right? Like that's not
Mm.
that's not operating in good faith. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
it's not.
he's trying to gauge, and then it's like he's trying to see really what he can just get. But it's like that's bad business, bro. Like somebody throws their best stuff out there, and then you string them along like you're about to trade the dude, and it's like nope, right? Like it's operating in bad faith.
Exactly. No.
And I have a funny feeling that he's operated in bad faith for so long that it's going to end up hurting him. Because I promise you, the best offer that he had on the table, he's probably going to get 60 cents on the dollar on the best offer, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No,
So
yeah.
I don't even think
probably,
he gives
like
that.
the best offer that he has, he's probably going to take a 40% discount on that offer.
Yeah.
You know, but so Dre, Lee told me that Steve Kerr is going to do a or the they're going to do a live stream later Do you want to cover that live stream or what?
What? Yeah, I think you said 95.7, right?
Yes,
So.
he's going to be on 95.7. So
Oh yeah, we could do that.
cover
Sure.
that. Like I've did my hour already. I only plan to be on here for an hour, so you can probably do that in an hour.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's cool. I could do that.
Dre, I think they have another town hall today at 3.
They do. Yeah, we'll tap into the town hall too, but yeah, Playback has a town hall at 3 today, but yeah, we'll do the Steve Kerr thing at, I guess, in 30 minutes. Sounds like.
Or do you want to throw that to Manu? Which one do you want to do?
Yeah, honestly, we could do. No, Manu has this thing at 6:30, or my time 3:30 yours. So that's scheduled already. Yeah.
Okay, that's scheduled. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to make sure that everyone is,
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
No,
I'll
do that.
I'm not about to go to any meetings, but it's like I even think that 75 people would join. You know what I'm saying? Like, but news dropped and then people hopped in.
Yeah, it's hot and heavy right now.
Yeah. Didn't anticipate that, but I scheduled the spaces today for 4:30. But the thing about Playback is that we can start a Playback and we can just go on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? Spaces is very volatile because you get one phone call, bro. Like it might end the space. You know what I'm saying? Not on Playback. Playback is more stable like that. So it's going to be 4:30 Pacific. Yeah. But bro, people get annoyed. Like some people get annoyed when we go to Playback, but it's just more stable, man. You know. It's just more stable. Like I can leave, I can fucking take a phone call, come back. With Spaces, bro. Like that's why I started the second account because like I can leave, pull it up from like a second phone or something like that, and we're gravy.
Right.
But bro, let me tell y'all something, man. I was having a conversation with Shadow this morning, bro. Oh. And I'm not even gonna say it, but just watch his timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't hold water for shit. But watch his timeline and just read the subliminals. What you think it is probably what it is. So Jada, good morning, by the way. Thank you for tapping with us. If I had to choose, I would go OG. I would go OG. If I had to choose, OG would be my choice.
Who's more likely to sacrifice, though?
Who's more likely to sacrifice? OG has ambitions, probably Drew. But bro,
I think. Don't you think that matters though? I feel like it
does.
does.
It does matter. 100%. But
OG's probably better, like in terms of like 6'8", better fit, like better positional versatility, all that. But like,
no, that all matters. But
I'm worried that it's gonna be Jeremy Grant type shit.
Don't get me wrong, but I would rather chance it and then chance it with Steph, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, right? I see. Yeah,
like I feel with Steph is like a real selfless kind of dude, and then when you see your leader being selfless,
it rubs off. Yeah,
it just rubs off and it permeates, right? So, so I trust his personality more than anything else. So that's why I would that gamble. I would take that culture gamble with Steph.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, but Dre, how you feeling about this? All of this, man. We've talked like offline or whatever. So, how are you feeling about all of this?
I mean, I think we might see a move in the next, 72 hours. But I mean, I think it's good that we're in the conversation. I think Money Mike is more aggressive than people think, and I feel good. I feel like we have optionality. So that's all we really need. We have options, and we can, pick and choose what the path we want to take. which is good.
How long did we give Clay to sign the deal? I don't know.
Do you think that factors in, Sam or Dre or anyone else that's up here?
Yeah.
Probably a little bit. Yeah, like to a degree for sure.
A little bit,
Yeah,
1,000% actually.
a lot. Yeah.
Clay was in China, right?
Yeah. Him and
And Loon.
Loney was together.
They
Mm-hmm.
were negotiating before China. He came back, offers on the table, and then next thing you hear, we are no one has really talked numbers yet, and this is going to be a slow process.
This man said
That's what was communicated to the media. Let me tell you this. Why the fuck would you have a conversation and you don't talk numbers? Think about that. Like, think about how stupid that sounds, right? Like, I'm going to have a conversation about you re-signing your contract. Like, so if you're re-signing your contract, right? And we're talking about an extension and extending, so we don't get into a weird in-season thing, right? And it's like a distraction all year long. What type of conversation are you having? The contract is about the money, no? Like, what else could they be talking about? That when I seen that report, that was literally one of the stupidest things that I've seen. Like, it's almost like you think we're dumb, bro. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like that is so insulting, right? Like, they're talking about a contract, bro.
Yep. And it's gonna be if you done already visited about it, it's gonna be when you step back to the table.
Yeah,
It's
man.
either gonna be new numbers or it's gonna be short and sweet. Our offer still stands as so, and you either holding or you folding. Shit, that's the end of the conversation.
AK, what's going on, brother?
What's up, guys? Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, by the way,
It's good,
subscribe
AK.
to subscribe at playback.tv/Space Gang FC. That is AK's branch, and we're doing like a soccer football branch over there. So just tap in with us over there, and we're gonna do like some Champions League stuff, EPL stuff, Serie A, all the big leagues in Europe. So we're definitely gonna tap in over there. So just give AK a quick follow
Appreciate it.
over there.
Thank you.
AK, bro, how you feeling about? I'm pretty sure you see all this news, right?
Yeah. So I was around the afternoon, like middle of the space. I had to head out. I was in Oakland. I was going out, and I came back, and I missed some of the stuff, some of the Embiid stuff, and some of the stuff in the group chat. And I come back, and I'm just looking at everything, and I'm seeing some things, and I'm like, all right, we have opened this. I don't want to call it a trickle-down effect for us, but when you talk about, Dre's mentioning the words optionality, I think there's a lot more optionality right now than people realize. And I don't want to say too much, but I have a feeling that there's some things on the table that people might not actually realize how imminent they might be if the right pieces fall in place. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. I have some thought. Let's just give it a 4 or 5 days.
Let me put it this way, right? And you and I haven't had a conversation, right? I'm not sure if you had a conversation with anyone else in the group.
I ain't gonna say anything,
but I will say this. I am not going too far away from my phone or my computer. You know what I'm saying? So my girl already knows, bro. Like we ain't doing anything this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like a dude where I'm not necessarily a fan of Phoenix, right? Like, I'm always looking to get out of town. You know what I'm saying? Like, go somewhere else, find a fucking rooftop or something like that. Like, I'm always looking for town. You know what I'm saying? And like I probably, and you hear me do spaces and all of that, like half the time I am somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I just don't
Yeah.
say where I am, right? But usually I'm out of town. You know what I'm saying? So I'm flexible enough where I can be out of town. I am not going to risk having like a bad Wi-Fi connection or anything like that. Like I am hanging around this weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I am just going to hang around
Yeah.
because I don't know, something might happen. And I am not going to tell you definitively, but just in case, I'm just going to hang around this weekend.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I'm with you. I'm with you. My girl and I are going to a concert tonight, and I'm like, thank God it's on Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
so
it ain't this
bro,
weekend.
like I'm not going anywhere this weekend because I got to be right there, like point in time when the shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Because it is just a feeling that I have, right? Based on what certain people are saying and all of that. I just feel like something is going to happen,
Yeah,
and when it
there's
does, that Spaces is getting fired up, bro. And you
yeah.
are going to see if we're canceled or not. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are going to see some if we're really canceled or not. Canceling isn't real, by the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Urkel, you seen the news on Barcelona this morning?
Which one?
So you know that Negreira case that where they from like 15 to 18 or 16 to 18 where they were charged with basically getting information from refs for their players on like tendencies of certain refs so that they can basically shift the way in which they're set up and the way that they kind of treat certain games and certain referees in certain situations to gain an advantage. So
Yeah,
they were that like some of the smoke settled a while ago, and it ended up kind of it slowed in the sense that they were like, well, Negreira and other guys came out, and it was like, and the league gets involved, and it was more, oh, they had conversations, but they didn't gain a competitive advantage. So now this morning, they get charged with bribery of those refs. So the court, it's like court number one of Barcelona, has charged them with. They have enough evidence to charge them with active bribery in that case. So there's some like serious ramifications of this if they end up getting convicted of it, because
so do you
they'll drop, like FIFA would, like they'll literally drop them from Champions League, bro.
think it's to the level of what happened with Juventus like a few years back?
It's actually more similar, Urkel, than the what happened in Italy like 20 years ago to the Milan clubs, because
Yeah,
there were some things that there are some similarities to what was happening back there, and especially in the case with the Negreira case initially coming out, allegations of referee manipulation, large sums of money in mysterious
yeah.
envelopes, and all these different types of things, right? Because there was a lot of corruption involved with their financials as well. There are some similarities here, man. But hey, man, I mean, the court had enough evidence to charge him with active bribery. We thought that this thing wasn't what we thought it initially was going to be. And you're talking about, you're talking about reading some of these charges of paying, Negreira, who was a referee, for refereeing information during an 18-year period now.
That's wild.
So, yeah, man. See how, I don't know
That's kind of crazy.
if this stuff plays
That,
out like in the way that
that kind of shit, doesn't that kind of shit happen more so than in any other sport where it's just full corruption?
yeah,
I'm
because
asking a
FIFA is
question.
so corrupt, dog. Like it's different with football,
Right.
You have these
Because I
referees
know,
willing to take this, these types of incentives to be able to give an advantage here and there. It's not that many sports that
right.
it happens to this degree, or it could happen to this degree. So we'll see, man. It's, we thought it wasn't necessarily the way that initially the charges were set out to be, but then this comes out today, and there's tangible evidence of the payments made by the club to satisfy
Damn.
their interests, during that duration. Like it's on the books. So
That's some hard evidence right there.
yeah, man, they're talking about like some serious sanctions that could be put in place. So we'll see how it plays out.
That's nuts, bro. That is actually pretty nuts.
And this is a club that's already financially been in a difficult situation over the last year. Don't forget how much of their rights they had to sell to Spotify and ownership and all that. So they already were in the mud financially.
It's pretty ballsy to put to send something from your allegedly send something from your club account.
Yeah, I mean this ref basically retired in '92 and has been in the chief committee for referees in FIFA, and they've been supposedly paying this guy to get information on all the different refs that they would face in different competitions to be able to influence the outcomes of their games in terms of preparation and information about tendencies and different things that can outcome their games. Not necessarily, don't get it confused for paying a ref to fix you a game. It's different than game fixing. It's more passive game fixing in a way.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's more informational. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. They're paying basically the top of the chain to be able to give them the information about the rest of the rest of the referees that were commissioned by FIFA.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if some shit like that happens in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Like you have an NBA team that would have paid a long time ref to get basically statistics and information and inside transcripts from like Scott Foster over like a 10-year period to be able to set themselves up to gain a competitive advantage in the postseason. Like,
how do you know that doesn't happen now?
Right.
Bro, like, I
man.
see some shit happen in the playoffs, bro. Like I've been watching basketball a long time, and the shit is so egregious that and it just kind of gets swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like the only motherfucker over there, like saying, "Are y'all cool with this bullshit right here?" You know what I'm saying? But bro, end of the day, we have to realize that sports is just entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. The crazy thing with this is it was supposedly over a 3-year span.
Yeah.
Now with the information that they got in regards to the payments made for these bribery charges, you're talking about a span of 18 years, increasing from an initial payment of 70,000 euros to 700,000 euros annually. This guy was cashing out if this is true. They're talking about some serious money over almost 2 decades. I don't know if you've ever seen it like this type of bribery before in a sport, like in any sport. So if this shit is true, man, they packed up. They're really packed up for a while. They'll get restrictions on the transfer market. They'll probably get sanctioned from transferring in players for like who knows how long. They'll be disqualified from Champions League. Shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unreal.
Yeah, so where are we at? 314. Okay. Yeah. We're doing good, man. We're doing amazing, actually. But let me do this. Let me drop off for a second. Dre, do you want people to go to your channel, or are you just going to start it at a specific time?
We can start. I'll just start it when Steve starts the interview on 95.
And that's 9:30, right?
I think it's in like 10-15 minutes. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just transfer over now.
All right, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dre, we can broadcast this, right? Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think
it's on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go over to Dre's channel, y'all, and we can watch that over there.
Sounds good.